Welcome, rookies and captains, to Valstig 101. I'm your instructor, Maple Mushy. In this lecture, almost all the stigmas here are farmable and meant for free to play. We will start off with a cheat sheet. For those who don't have the time to watch the whole lecture, trying to take care of important matters, like who wants to stay in a lecture? It's not like I'm using this lecture to let out my pent-out anger for all the lectures my professors and teachers scarred me with. Here is a boundary, just follow the red line, and the main resources are purple cubes and white cores. What are stigmatas? There is so much history involving stigmas, but what's important about these stigmas is it gives the wielder immense power! Okay, so what are stigmatas? There's top, middle, and bottom. Each one gives different stats. Top, attack. Middle, defense. Bottom, hybrid. But we don't care about these stats. We only care about the skills. What are stigmata skills? Every 4-star and above stigma has a skill. They are the actual stats. What are stigmata set effects? Using the stigmata set will give you special effects. We can take a look at the vampire countess set. There is 2 sets, 3 sets, each giving different bonuses. How do I build Valkyries? There is DPS and support. Then there are physical and elemental types. So what is the DPS? Simple. Just someone doing tons of damage. It is recommended to have one main DPS and the rest supporting your main DPS. More in later lectures. So what is damage? There are 5 main types of damage. Physical, fire, ice, lightning, total damage multiplier, which means all damage types. So build your Valkyries with the corresponding damage type. What are attack types? Here's just a basic list of Valkyrie categories of what type of damage they have. Burst is just Super Saiyan mode, transformation and or continuous SP drain. That's an easy indicator for burst mode. There are too many details about this and will be explained in later lectures. Here is a key on the top left for some abbreviations. So let's start with physical damage stigmas. Ryunosuke Akutagura? Gawa? Ah? Standard for a 2-piece setup with top and mid. Attila? Elizabeth Battery? Sakamoto Ryoma. Don't ever put these two together. Now we look at intermediate. Marco Polo. Good free-to-play top and mid. Jingwei top. Is good piece for bossing. Bounty physical. Dales. It has total damage multiplier, but also has fire damage. Interesting. Michelangelo. Really good physical set. Lear. At 100% HP, gives you lots of damage, but should be used with more experience. Standard physical build. Hey look, Dales is here. You'll be seeing her a lot. I do. Who are physical DPS? Himiko is an interesting case, since I never actually tried her out as a physical DPS, because you know, she's gone. And a continuation. Important note about elemental damage. They can crit. So critical and critical damage does not affect elemental damage. Start a fire. Don't take it out of context. Wang Zhao Jun. Yes, that's all. Intermediate. Fuha musician, more suited for support, but has some fire benefits. Should use the starter set instead. Jingwei top and mid. Really good for bossing and has some conditional fire bonuses as well. Bounty. Hey, it's Dales. This one makes more sense for fire. Shakespeare M. Specialized elemental stigma. Higo Kumaru. Good for combo attackers. Standard fire. Jingwei is good for bossing here. Hey Dales. Higo Kumaru may be outdated, so just focus on Dales. Who are fire? Starter ice. So many options. Much wow. Scott. Good ice damage. Shugure Kira. Takes some experience, but better than Scott Bottom with 3 set. Intermediate. Much options. Rasputin. Only make the bot piece and fuse it with Scott set. Jingwei. Still good for bossing. Bounty. Hey, it's Dales again. Shakespeare B. Specialized elemental stigma. Robert Perry. Prerequisite for crafting the next stigmata set, but top and mid are still usable. Anna Sheriak. A lot of ice damage, a lot of text to be honest, but it's the endgame ice set currently. Standard ice build. Hey Dales. And we have endgame here. Who are ice? Lightning. True sadness here actually. Edison. Your go-to lightning set. Intermediate. The reason why is true sadness here. Darwin. Not worth the resources. You rather use Edison because Darwin has too many tough conditions for a slightly better bonus than Edison. Hi Jingwei. Hi Dales. Shakespeare T. Specialized elemental stigma. Monet TM. Good bonuses with low conditions. Tesla Band B. Standard lightning build. So many combinations here actually. Hey Dales. Who are lightning? Some really good supports down there, but can be DPS as well. What about support stigmas? That needs its own multiple lectures for how complex it is. But here are some easy to use support stigmas. Physical. Elemental. Hey Fuhua. Just really good generic support. Duracia Glenny T. Also yes, for you veterans, I should mention the best. Isaac Newton Bot as the best support stigmata, but there are so many complexities with it, and it's also a gacha exchange only stigma. People should not try to pull for it and should only buy it from an exchange shop. Conclusion. There are many varieties of options for beginning players, and there are also specific builds and Valkyries for certain scenarios, more in later lectures. Have fun and enjoy the game. Thank you for surviving this course. Thank myself for surviving this course. Follow and subscribe. The end.